As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27:17. Welcome to the Stitched for Success podcast. I'm your host, Monica Allen. I'm a wife, mom, daughter, entrepreneur, and friend. I have a love and passion for all things small business. If you are a budding entrepreneur or just thinking about starting your own business, I want to help you. Every week, my goal is to bring you tips, thoughts, inspirations, and education to help you on your entrepreneurship journey. I am so excited to have you join me today. A few weeks ago, I got a call from my insurance agent, Andrew. I've known Andrew for a number of years, since I was an insurance broker myself. Andrew called to check on us to see how our business was going and to talk to me about the available resources for small businesses struggling with a recent downturn in their business. Many of the available options I already knew about, but he stated that many of his other clients that he had reached out to hadn't heard of the available economic injury and disaster loan or the Paycheck Protection Program, also known as the PPP. Well, this made me think how important it is to have a tribe, because many of these resources I heard about through our business support contacts or other affiliations. Being an entrepreneur can be lonely. Even if you have a partner, it can still be extremely lonely. And when I say a tribe, I'm not saying a networking group. That is not the same. You want other business owners or people you can learn from and bounce ideas and experiences off of. You need a community. It is so important to have people around you who sharpen you. As it is stated in Proverbs, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. So today we're going to go over some tips for building your tribe. Tip number 1, join a business support group. It is so easy to get overwhelmed by your business. Easy to live within your four walls with your head down, grinding to make your business a success. I know because Ethan and I did this for a number of years. But in 2011, Ethan joined Entrepreneurs Organization's Accelerator Program, where they focus on helping you grow your 6-figure business to over 7 figures. And though I myself never became a member, primarily because I'm too frugal to pay 2 annual fees, but I have gained so much insight from other business owners through this organization. I have had the opportunity to attend many conferences and other events that have added so much value to our business. I had the opportunity to learn about core values, managing people, finances, marketing, sales, and so much more. At one event, while talking to a gentleman about our business, he brought up another company that was in the decorated apparel business as well. Well, the next day, I began doing my research on this company just to better understand their offering and their business model. That one conversation led to us getting rid of our quick in-store transfers and investing in a direct-to-garment printer that gave us a higher quality product and still remained in line with our differentiating factors, of which are no minimums and being able to produce a custom design on a t-shirt quickly. I also became part of Entree Leadership and my own spousal forum through EO, where some of the spouses have their own businesses, which allow us to share our experiences as well. Because of these business affiliations that Ethan and I both have, we quickly knew about the available opportunities that were out there for people who were going through a really rough time during this pandemic. At one point, it felt like Ethan was getting minute-by-minute play-by-plays from EOers from all over the world, letting us know what was going on in their country and how people were reacting to the pandemic and what their numbers were looking like and how their businesses were being impacted. This was invaluable information that we could only get from this tribe, this community. Tip number 2, get a mentor or mentors. This is one that I'm not always very good at. I have had mentors over the years, but I'm honestly back on the mentor hunt. As you grow in life, your mentors will change. Your business will have different needs, and you will need and want different insights. One of my biggest mentors early on in my life was my grandmother. She taught me how to hustle, how to work hard for what you want while remaining steadfast on your desires, but being patient. There were also many business owners I met in high school, college, and during my insurance career. I watched how they ran their business, treated their team, and grew their business over the years. Ethan and I had the pleasure of our first production office being in a building owned by Tyler Perry. Ethan was his graphic designer for a number of years. Though he may not have known he was a mentor to us, he was. We watched him grow from the very early days. He is one of the reasons we decided to own the property that houses our business and not lease. Keep in mind that a mentor does not have to be someone you know personally. It could be someone that you study and learn from by reading books or following them on social media. A mentor like that for me is Oprah and Norm Brodsky. Now, both of them are mentors for me for different reasons. Oprah is a marketing genius, in my opinion, and Norm Brodsky's books and articles in Inc. magazine always got to the nuts and bolts of business. Though mentors you personally know are fantastic, especially if they are a successful business owner, but that being the case, their time may be very limited. So looking at mentors that you don't know can help you grow and be a better business owner. Lastly, on this point, surround yourself with just positive people. Perhaps you've heard the saying that we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. So be sure to surround yourself with positive energy, meaning positive people, people who sharpen you and not make you feel dull and worn because they just take. Tip number 3, read books, magazines, and listen to podcasts. One of the core values of our company is lifelong learning. So you will often hear me talk about the importance of continuing to grow yourself outside of school. At our company, our team members are often assigned books that we find interesting, and we encourage everyone to read them, and then we'll meet and talk about the book. I have been reading Inc. magazine since I was in high school. I have no idea how I found that magazine so many years ago, but it was an inspiration to me then, and I still read it to this day. It gives me such insight about leadership and scaling and growing a business. I have read a large number of business books because one thing is for sure, I don't know everything. Though I tell my children I do. I really don't, of course. So I love to read, or to be completely transparent, I listen to a lot of audiobooks. Because working more than 40 hours a week, whenever I attempt to physically read a book, I'm usually asleep in less than 5 minutes. So audiobooks are the best. There are books about everything: management, change, hiring, managing your finances, firing, scaling, and on and on. 2 of my favorite books are The Ideal Team Player by Patrick Lencioni and 2 Second Lean by Paul Akers. These 2 books changed our company fundamentally. The Ideal Team Player changed many of the questions we asked in our interview process, which has led to us bringing on some wonderful team members. And 2 Second Lean taught us all how to be more efficient in our daily work. 2 Second Lean even changed the way I operate in my personal life. I try to think of ways I can shed 2 seconds off just about everything I do. Many books even have websites, YouTube channels, and other resources you can tap into after reading the book. And lastly, listening to podcasts. I get excited to listen to my podcast each day. They are about like my coffee. They just make me happy. So I strongly encourage you listening to podcasts. And I don't just listen to podcasts about business, but I listen to any that I feel help me grow overall as a person. Thanks for joining me today. I want to encourage you to take a moment and think as a business owner, side hustler, soon to be entrepreneur. Who in your life is sharpening your iron? What are you doing to grow as an entrepreneur? Do you have a tribe? And if not, I encourage you to begin building one today. Get outside of your 4 walls. That is where the knowledge lies. Be it joining an organization that supports business owners, or just challenging yourself to read at least one business-related book every couple of weeks. Heck, why not do both? Either way, find your tribe, find your community. Sharpen your axe. Thanks so much for listening. I truly appreciate you tuning in. I would also appreciate you taking a moment to do 3 things for me. 1, subscribe to this podcast. 2, rate this podcast. And 3, follow me on Instagram at Stitch for Success. If you have any questions or thoughts, please direct message me on Instagram or leave me a voicemail message by visiting stitchedforsuccess.com. Always a pleasure to have you listen in. Have a great one.